Hello everyone, welcome back to Celebrity Skin Talk Series 3, and now we're on episode 4, and tonight's guest, wow, I cannot wait to be chatting to her. Clara is on, and she is one of my favourite creators ever, and I cannot wait to be chatting to her all about her career and skin, of course, and everything. So it's going to be a fun one for sure. And she is in the room. Hello. Let me just get to go live. Hello, everybody. As always. Yeah. Here we go. Hello.
Hang on a sec. I'm wiping my camera because it looked a bit. Maybe I should put a filter on. Fucking hell. Okay.
What was you going to say then? Or what was you going to say? Can you swear or something? No.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can. I don't know. I thought you was going to...
Am I not allowed to swear?
No, of course you can. You can do anything you want, my love.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Huh?
I can't see you.
Oh. I can see you. I can see you.
I can't see you. You're just black. Like a black screen. Like just...
Oh.
Can't even see your... Nothing.
Whoa. Have you pressed something up?
Let me just... sorry, I never go live on Instagram, so I have no idea. Hang on. No, that's got rid of me. Oh, this is going well.
Oh, okay. I can see you.
Oh, stop.
Got a cheeky filter going on, honey. Okay. Loving it.
No, take that off. How? What am I doing? Okay, hang on. Right, no filter right there. Okay. I'm just trying the buttons. Shall I just request again?
Yeah, okay. Click off.
Not seeing your face.
Yeah, you need to see my face. I can see you, but
yeah, I know. I could see you before I requested. But okay, I'll try it again. I'll do it now.
Okay, go. Okay.
Thanks for sticking with it, guys. I'm really pro. 1 sec.
All right. Okay. Oh, there we go, guys. Won't be a minute. Hope everyone's doing good. Let me just see on their next request. So sorry. Just want to check everyone was watching that they could see both of us. Or was it only Clara, only me? Hello. Yes, let me know if you guys are ready. She's coming back. Here she is. Okay, re-request. There we go. Let's hopefully see if this works. Hello, Victoria. How are you? Okay, so you can see us both.
Oh.
Can you see me now?
No.
Oh, I have asked everyone watching that they can see us both.
I know, and when I came off it, it showed me the video that was playing, and I could see the two of us.
Oh.
But when I came off it, like it had the video playing from when I joined, but I don't understand.
Oh, that is really strange.
Is there any way other than requesting to join? Like, is there any way of going live with someone without requesting on their live? Like, or would you just have to request from my live?
Yeah, I think it would be request. Yeah, that's the only way, I think. Instead of use your phone.
Instead of the computer, use your phone. Like I'm on a computer. Don't be silly.
Okay, it's okay. Don't worry.
Who uses a computer nowadays? Who does social media for bloody job?
I knew. Well, we get to save this episode anyway, so definitely see the two.
Oh yeah, no, I just don't like seeing your face when I'm talking to you. It's such a shame.
Oh,
or should I go live and then you try and request to me or no? No, because then it won't have the title and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that won't work. No, okay. Hang on, let me just try one other thing.
Go.
Maybe someone can Google it quickly and just tell us while we're chatting, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
someone someone on here, could you just Google, because we won't be able to keep stopping. This is taking a piss a bit, isn't it? Okay, can you just spend your Thursday night Googling shit for me, and that would be great. And then come back and say, right, what you're doing, you twat, is you've got to do this, 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 and then I'll do it. And then that's fine. In fact, it would be funny if it was you who's like the Instagram king.
Oh,
It would be funny if it was you that was messing up.
I am not. I would love Instagram. It changes all the time, so I don't even know what's going on right now. I don't even
Right.
know. But
So we'll keep an eye on the comments anyway.
yeah,
So
you can hear me, so that's a good thing.
yeah, yeah, we're halfway there.
Yeah, that's right. But I get to see your beautiful face.
Oh,
you don't need to see mine.
stop.
So it's fine. Anyway, my darling, so I did a little intro, but oh my god, I have to say, I'm one of your biggest fans.
Oh.
Literally, I got one hooked on your videos. I absolutely love you.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm so happy that you're on.
Oh,
and that you're on.
I'm so happy to be on here. Yeah, I love it when I always see a like or a comment from you, and I'm just you're a great support. Love it.
I do love your contents, but you do so many things, and I can't wait to get right into it and chat about everything because I'm so excited. But let's just go with the TikTok thing first, because this is or you know, social media content in general, actually, because you're all over the internet and I love it.
Yeah, well, you're right, internet whore. Sorry, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not.
You can say anything you want.
Oh my God. I just know that if you do something like this on something like Facebook, you know, say that word, it'll probably be banned or something. But anyway, yes, go on. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, and but how right, tell me, like, how did it all start out for you though? Like, tell me, when do you just love creating a video and then it just went viral? Like, how did it all come about?
No, it didn't happen like that. So basically, I used to be an actress back in the day, and then when my agent retired in my 20s, God, I'm going back a long way now. Just you're like, no, how do you start on social media? I'm like, no, I've got to give a backstory.
Yeah.
So basically, that's my passion. So I started that. My agent retired, and I didn't get a new one because I was like, you know what? I've given it a go for a few years. I'm getting bits and bobs, but nothing that's enough to keep me going to sort of give up my day job. And I was doing really well at my day job, so I carried that on. Fast forward 20 years, I've had kids, stopped any work. I was then an estate agent in Fulham. 8 months pregnant, gave up work, you know, stepped away from work for a bit while I had kids because they're only 18 months apart. And then we went into lockdown when, God, how old was Monty actually? God, lockdown's now actually quite long. Like, can you believe that was 4 years ago? Like, I think it seems like nearer. But anyway, we went into lockdown, and you know how there was, it was actually, even though it was a crap time for most people, well, everyone really, it sort of brought everyone together going through the same thing. So everyone was, you know, there was this sort of camaraderie, and I kept seeing like NHS workers doing like TikToks, you know, in their breaks, definitely in their breaks. And you know, and they were and these videos were being shared, and then, you know, people were going out and clapping and sharing those videos and stuff. Monty. Oh my goodness, Monty, it's 9:15. Adam's picking him up. he doesn't. He doesn't sound. He doesn't sound very, very scared.
There's a first.
He's just giggling. Adam's going. And Monty's just like on the sofa going.
I can hear him laughing. Yes.
I know, but you know what? He's normally a super 7:30. Cressy's normally 8. I've just found bloody spots on her back tonight. Took a video, sent it to my doctor mate. She's like, mate, that's chicken pox. I was like, fuck's sake. So
Oh.
yeah, so she's off school tomorrow, but she loves this maths game, and so I said, okay, while I'm doing this, you can stay up a bit late and do the maths game. But he's now downstairs. Great. It's always when you need them to go to bed at the actual time.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So basically, then, yeah, so I just saw all these people doing videos, and then there was that blinding lights dance. Um, to you know, do you remember blinding? You know that blinding lights?
yeah,
Dun,
yeah.
dun, da, 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 dun, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, so everyone was doing that dance. And I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Adam was showing me, and Adam was like, I've just downloaded TikTok just purely to like look at these videos. Like, it's quite funny. And he said, you should do some of your acting, like some of your comedy skits and stuff. And I was like, fuck that, I'm doing this dance. So, and you know, thinking I was, you know, right pro, because I did like 8 grades of ballet at school one time, you know, and so I was like, you know, I think I could nail this. Obviously, I didn't have any tripod or anything back then, so I was just like, can you video me doing it? And I just could not do it. So so that was that. And then I just kept practicing. I was like, right, Adam, I've nailed it now. Yeah. So then I did it, and then I joined TikTok there and then and posted that. And then I started looking through everything, and I saw people lip syncing to stuff. And then I thought that is purely what TikTok is. You can
Yeah.
only lip sync. So I was using all these different people's sounds, and I was like, but how are they putting the sounds on? And then I realized that you could just use it as a social media platform and post videos. So then I did that, and then I did do what Adam kept sort of recommending, and then I was still doing lip syncs, and then yeah, it just took off from there really, and a few did well, but I didn't really have early ones go viral at all. I mean, they did quite well. Like I remember the first one I'd lip synced that, and it was like 4 hours later, and I wasn't really checking it because I wasn't making a big deal about it, and I went um I went to bed, and I just went onto TikTok to watch stuff. And then I saw like all these notifications, like follow, follow, follow. And I think I had about 1,000 followers. And I was looking, I was like, what? And I saw that one of my videos I remember it was 19,000 views or something, 19 something. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my God. And I bet now I'm really pissed off with that amount. But no, I went downstairs. I was like, Adam, I've had 19,000 views on this video I did like 4 hours ago, 8 o'clock. Yeah, and then I sort of got the bug for it after that 19,000 views.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, it just took off from there. And then I kept getting quite a lot of sort of press, and you know, things were being shown on, like I got one of my sketches shown on Loose Women, and then one on BBC Breakfast, and then You magazine on that year asked me to go to do this article that they were doing on 6 female comedians who had you know like made it during lockdown on social media. So then they did, and it was just sort of stuff like that that just suddenly was getting more. I didn't have a huge amount of followers. I still don't in comparison to a lot of people. But yeah, that's how it all started, really. Bet you wish you'd never asked that.
No, I want to know. Like, I think people want to know because, yeah, people don't. Maybe some people don't know.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
and I obviously then it just led into the reaction videos because oh my God, Clara, like these videos. I come to your page daily just for a
Oh,
laugh.
bless you. So you would have been quite disappointed recently then, because I've not uploaded. I've been so busy. Sorry, I've just seen, small plug. I've just seen I've been putting my drinks on my book, and they're just, and literally, because I've got a load of ice, it's all condensation underneath,
No.
and I'm just ruining one of my few books that I've got left. Um, Sorry, I've
Well, no, you said
forgotten what
I'm
you just said.
disappointed. No, I'm not, because I can just watch other one, like your older one. You know,
Yeah.
I just go, I flick through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it.
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, I haven't. I mean, the last couple of weeks had half term last week, and plus, you know what? Luckily, you're on TikTok as well, because I don't post as much to Instagram. Like I don't post everything.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so because I find Instagram a very different place, and I find I lose followers a lot on Instagram through just doing, one thing that's a bit either risque, not risque in the naughty sense,
No, yeah.
but either dark comedy or I mention a subject that's gets a whole community up in arms or whatever. But TikTok I find very chilled in that respect. Like everyone just wants to have a good time. They take everything, and well, most of them do, in the humour of which it's meant. But even like the reaction videos, I don't post all of them to Instagram, because then I start getting people going, I really like your old stuff. Yeah, I don't. Why do you keep doing these food videos? Oh, shut up, because I like them, and so I get tagged in them, so it's easy to find and crap like that.
It is. Do you know what? I know you're a big fan of Thor. I know this. We all.
Yes. You know what? When you just said Thor, because I always call him Thorin.
Oh, you do. Oh,
But
sorry.
but but no, but when you just said Thor, I was thinking, the film or the program, TV program,
Yeah,
whatever it's
yeah,
called. Yeah.
yeah.
So when you said that, I thought, no, I'm not. I bloody hate shit like that.
Oh, no.
And then I was like, is he talking about the June premiere? Like, what's he talking about? And then I realised it was because I always say Thorin, like it's part of my alter ego, definitely an alter ego. That I call him Thorin, that I sort of go, okay, Thorin. Um, because, I just think that I'm, his wife or something.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah.
yes, carry on about Thorin. We can talk about him all day long if you want.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, no, obviously he followed you though, didn't he? I saw your video. Like, has he like slid into your DMs or anything, or no?
Yes.
Married woman, so not like that, but you know
No.
what I mean.
Yeah, no. We've chatted actually day before yesterday. We were chatting on
Oh,
it was it day before yesterday, a few days ago. So basically, I was so we exchanged a couple of things, just like thanks, thanks for taking it all in good humor and da da da. And he's like, I really like them. Don't yeah, it's cool. And then I said a few days ago, I said, look, I'm focusing on getting my Facebook page a bit more built up, because I haven't done anything with it in bloody ages, basically. And I've got a new agent that purely basically focuses on Facebook stuff. We Create Popular. This is the people who did the Christmas song.
yes, yeah.
Um,
Senior-
and so this year, as in January, I joined them, and they're focusing on Facebook, but I didn't realize how like they really use AI to sort of step up copyright, basically, and copyright infringement. So I was like, what? And then they said, yeah, and we're trying to post stuff, and then we're putting it into our management thing to see whether there are any it's been flagged, and actually the video you're stitching is on Facebook like 38 times or whatever, and so it'll be flagged as you're not the owner of it. I was like, oh my god. He said, so we've got to start getting permission from people. And I was like, okay, let's go to Thorin. And I know he started following me off the back of that. He's gonna be fine. So I went to him and I said, and I wrote to him on DMs and said, look, can you? I'm trying to get my Facebook page. Is it all right? Just need to get your permission formally that I can post on there, because it's probably going to get flagged. And that's how I got banned on Instagram, because someone flagged me on Facebook, and it basically, their management just at the end of every month just takes down everyone's, reports them basically. And I got reported, and then luckily she retracted it, because she was like, oh no, I love your stuff. She was one of the cooking ones, and she's like, oh no, don't worry about it, yeah, I'll retract it now. And I got put back on, but I've literally got one strike left. But anyway, I asked Thorin, he said yes, but he said, look, I can't promise you that it won't get flagged, because I'm basically in between management. And so he said, so I don't know whether the AI is still sort of picking stuff up or not, but you have my permission, and when I've got the new management, I'll basically whitelist it. But until then, yeah, so it's so that's why we were on DMs, but we had a bit of a giggle about a few things as well. My female agents were like, but also, if he's talking about management, can we have a chat with him? And like, the sort of sweating, blushing face emoji. And they're like, seriously, we don't mind talking to him. So if you want to send him all right. I was like, yeah, I'm sure, don't worry about it. It's all right.
It is worrying though, isn't it? Like I remember I watched, and I was so gutted when I watched the video, because I remember you said, I think you were on holiday, weren't you? And you
Oh
said
God, yeah. I was in Mexico, and
yeah.
then I tried to go onto Instagram, and it said you no longer have your page. I just literally, yeah, carry on. Sorry.
No, I heard, but like it's so odd, because like I don't know how it all works, because I use Instagram, and then I normally just do the remix.
Yes.
I guess that's okay. I don't.
Yeah, I think that's okay if they have remix turned on. Yeah. You see, what I make sure I do, see, I can't use that button, because I download their video, and I always keep their tag on there, so their watermark is on there, so that I can basically, so that it can be seen every time their video comes up. But also, I download their video, I then put their video into InShot, and then I film on TikTok, and then I will react to it in real time. So basically, I normally only watch the first 10 seconds of a video that I'm tagged in, just to see whether it's something that I think will be good or funny. But I don't want to watch the whole thing, because I want to get a genuine reaction from me, because sometimes I actually can't help but laugh, that sort of thing. So most of the time what I do is I watch it, like, because they're normally about 5 or 6 minutes. So my videos end up being like 10 minutes, but I'll watch the first bit when I'm tagged in something a lot. I can see like the thumbnail with loads of people tagging that one video, and I'm like, oh, look at this. And then I look at like the first 15 seconds, and then I start, what have we got here? And then go back to that, watch the first bit, react, watch the next bit, sarcasm, watch the next bit. So it takes forever.
Yeah.
And sometimes, my immediate reaction, I'm like, no, that's not funny enough, or no, I could be more sarcastic there, but then when I genuinely cannot help but laugh, I've now just started keeping those bits in, rather than trying to do it all deadpan and serious, because there are just some bits that just crack me up so much, and then I get the proper giggles, and I'm really trying not to basically go on for too long laughing, but sometimes I can't help it. But yeah, so that's how I do it. And then I go on to, and then I put my video into InShot with theirs, and then I have to cut. Sorry, look, I'm just playing with a makeup brush.
Lovely.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just cut between each bit. But the editing of those food and reaction Thor videos, oh my God, they take about 2 hours to edit. It's a nightmare. But worth it in the end, because they're the ones that do the best.
But like, I'm a creator, as obviously as well, but in a different area, different niche to you. But then, do you have like a day for creation and
No.
editing? Like you don't. Oh, okay.
Do you? Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Stop. Do you actually?
Yeah. I'll have one day of all day filming, and then I
Oh
have
my
one day,
God.
and then that should be me for about a week
So,
and a bit.
what? What? You do one day of filming, and then what did you say next?
Then
What are the
one
other days?
editing. Yeah.
All of the days.
No, like so be 2 whole days for like a week of content I do.
Oh my God, that's really good. I
Yeah.
can't
And then
do that.
I gotta make note, from like, because sometimes like, yeah. Because sometimes like obviously what I'm wearing, obviously I would change, and then I'm like making notes like, right, I use these products, I'm wearing this, so I know
Oh,
what really.
right. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. No, you know what I do? The only thing I do where I commit one day a week is I commit one day a week to writing, but that
Mm.
but that is nothing to do with social media. So I'm writing with my co-writer. So she lives in West London. I live in East Sussex. So basically, I take the train up to central London. She takes the overland from Barnes, and then we basically meet in central London. We go to my uh, place, a place. So we go to this club place, and then we sit there and write. And so we do that once a week, and we commit to that mostly once a week. So we'll do, and so we're writing a sitcom, a children's comedy book, and an adult comedy animation. So we just felt like, we haven't got enough on in our lives with two kids of 5 and 7, that we both just want to really go hell for leather on not just writing one thing, three. So so that's what, yeah, so that's the only thing I commit to. But also I just find I don't think I'd be able to film that much. I actually do wonder where my day goes, because I've never watched TV. I hardly ever sit there scrolling social media. I might do it. I might go to bed and have a lurk or see how one of my videos is doing, but
Yeah.
I hardly
Yeah.
ever. So I don't actually know where the time goes, because I'm literally like, I get sort of, and my kids don't come out till 5 p.m. from school because they do after school clubs. So actually, I don't know how, like, for example, this week it's Friday tomorrow and I've done one video and I don't have any in the bank to post like you. So,
Yeah.
so that's that.
Well,
But
like
yeah,
I want to touch on your book actually, because you did Gin and Phonics.
yeah.
It's your friend now you're writing with. Does she help you with? Did you co-write with this
No,
one, or was this just all?
no one helped me, which was very weird, because when HarperCollins got in touch, they said, "Can we have a meeting?" I had a Zoom call with like the head of non-fiction, and I was really, I just couldn't get my head around how they thought I was going to write a book. Because firstly, I wasn't, it's not like I was bloody A-star student at English at school. I was just thinking, I don't understand what they're thinking. Like, so anyway, I can't. So I had this Zoom call, and I said to him, one of the first things I said to him, he was like, "So, have you ever thought about writing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm writing a sitcom at the moment, and I'm also going to be writing. I've thought about these like adult animations." And he was like, "No, I mean, obviously, I'm from HarperCollins, so like more like book." And I was like, oh yeah, of course. And I went, "Oh God, no, that doesn't interest me at all." And he went,
Oh
"Oh,"
shit! Oh,
he was like, "Oh great." And then I went, I said, "No, but I don't understand. What are you thinking?" Like, I said, I can't think of, and I was like, it would be really difficult to, oh, I don't understand what you think I would write. And then he went, "Well, you could, I don't know, start it as almost like a diary, and do it as a sort of diary of your year. And then I think that's a good basis to start doing something like that." And I went, "Right." And I said, I said, so not an autobiography because that no one cares about, I'm not big enough for like someone to go, oh, I really want to hear her life story. And then I said, so it'd just be like a diary every year. And he was like, yeah, something like that. I mean, have you had any thoughts? I went, no. And, no, not at all. And I went, and then I actually said to him, one of the first questions I asked is, would I have a ghostwriter? I went, so obviously you don't know if I can write for shit. So would I have a ghostwriter? I said, would I have a ghostwriter? And he went, no. What? And he was like, no, because the whole point is it's you're the one who's being funny. It's like your personality. It's not someone else can't do that. And I went, so I've got to be funny in it as well. Well, fucking hell. Anyway, somehow I got so in answer to your question, no, Philly didn't help me write it. Although, and I'm really annoyed, and they said that they'd put this in the next print run or the paperback. Because I completely forgot to put her in the acknowledgements, which is shit, because she came up with the title Gin and Phonics.
Oh, okay. Because we know you
Yeah.
like your gin. You
Sorry?
love your gin.
Yeah.
What's the phonics side? What's the meaning between?
So it's obviously a play on words with gin and tonic.
Yeah.
But the phonics side is I hate phonics. So basically, the children learn to read. So basically, at school, which this blows my mind, at school, kids are now not taught the alphabet. Okay, so they're not taught like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Well, they are taught that eventually, but they don't get told immediately when they start learning to read. So this letter is A. That's B. They're taught A, B, C, D, E, F. I can't even do it because it's hard.
Yeah.
And so and I just could not believe it. I was like, what? And even now to my 7-year-old, she's like, oh, mommy, how do you spell this? And I find myself going, with phonics. Well, it's not a f, if that's what you want to know. It's or n, curly cur, sir. So there's curly cur and kicking cur.
Oh.
So phonics, I firstly I didn't like it. Then I started doing a lot of research on it and a lot of research for the book as well, because it's not all this boring, I promise you.
No.
And and then actually I do a bit of a 180 on it and then realize it's actually a really good way of teaching how to read by learning the letters as they're sounded. Apart from, I mean, one of the lines in the book is phonics doesn't even begin with a f, with an F, and then I spell for fuck's sake with a PH. So I put phonics doesn't even begin with a F, for fuck's sake, with a PHORPHUCKS, So that's where phonics goes a bit weird because you can't, it doesn't work. You're teaching the letters of how they sound when you say the word, but then half the words have silent H's, silent T's, and then you have to start going, Monty had a spelling test today and I was like, remember, this one is exactly how it sounds. So just is exactly how it sounds. Then he had very, when this is exactly how it sounds. So he put like the, r, and I was like, oh no, it's not how it sounds. You've got to put a yeah on the end. No. So yeah, it's really hard. But yeah, so that's sort of I focused only in the a couple of early chapters. I focus on phonics, but yeah. So that's what it basically stemmed from. The fact that I talk about because this was a diary of 2021 originally, so it's me trying to get back to work, get back to acting.
Yeah.
After having 2 kids, showing some progression that, motherhood's a comma, not full stop, that you can still pursue your dreams while having children. And in fact, you actually probably feel a little bit. Sometimes, like for me, it took kids to realise almost my potential, that if I can look after two small kids, I can probably go out and fucking act again. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, sod it, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So luckily I do show some progression in the book, otherwise it would have been really shit. But yeah, so that's what it was. But no one helped me write it, much to my disappointment. And then apart from obviously the editor helped with the edit. So I'd given the first draft and they would come back and like, it's quite harsh. Like, you get your first draft back and it would be like
marks.
Yeah, it would be like marks down the side, but on a computer. So it would be like, this paragraph gets a bit earnest here. Either funny it up or cut it out, or another laugh out loud moment. More of this, please. And you're like, fuck, shit.
Well,
And
but it
yeah,
must feel proud. You must feel proud when you've done it yourself. Like you've done this. It's an achievement, I would say.
it's, you know what? It's probably aside from having kids, because I have to say that. No, aside from having kids, it is the proudest thing I've ever done by far. I mean, it is, and I remember saying to Adam, because I got off that first phone call, like I was back at school. I had 3,000 words to write. So there was no commitment from either side, but I still had to go and write 3,000 words and be funny and write it, slightly well. And, and he just said, so I'll tell you what, no commitment from us, no commitment from you, see whether you like the process. We'll see whether we enjoy what you've written. So go off and write 3,000 words and we'll talk in a couple of weeks and we might make you an offer. I was like, what? How have I got homework from this person who I didn't even want to write a book. I don't get it. How have I ended up getting off the phone having to write 3,000 words for you? Anyway, I did. I got off the phone and I said to Adam, I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've just committed to writing like 3,000 words at the beginning of my book. And he went, what? Anyway, I just kept saying, I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I want to do it. He said, look, do whatever you want, but just think carefully about it, because when in your life are you going to have the opportunity to get a book deal with HarperCollins and get it published? The amount of actual authors who tried to get published for years. And I said, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I said, but I can't put anything out there that isn't exactly what I want, and my main aim was to make people laugh. So I was just like, okay. So I did the 3,000 words, handed it in, and took about a week for him to come back to me. And he came back and said, look, my team are a little bit concerned you don't have enough followers, because we've started going down the route of influencers writing books.
Right.
But I was one of the people with the lesser, back then I think I only had 300,000 or something. I mean, I know I only say only, but now I'm close to 1 million. But I think they were looking at at least 500 to 1 million at least,
right,
for most people, because they're relying really on the followers wanting to read it, whether it's good or bad. Whereas I was the opposite. I was like, I don't care. I do care about my followers. Sorry, that's coming out wrong.
No,
I don't. I didn't care. I actually wanted it more to be like that. The pre-sales weren't what mattered, because I wanted people to then talk about it and go, God, that was fucking great. Oh, have you read that bit? It's really funny. Da, da, da. And then people start buying it. So I didn't want to be an influencer that was writing a mum book. Oh, my life says shit. I'm a mum. It's been done to death. So I didn't want it to be that. And I wanted it to be more of a non-fiction comedy book, more like you can get back to work, comedic anecdotes from past and present, my thoughts on shit, my day-to-day life with my husband and my kids, and some funny things that have happened throughout the year, a lot of self-deprecation. Just basically, I wanted to make people laugh, and it shows some progression, and me also trying to be an actress again at just turned 40, which I turn in the book. In 2021, I turned 40, and I talk about the 40th birthday party and all the things that went wrong there and all that sort of stuff. So that's what I wanted to really focus on more. And then he had sent it around to his team, who didn't think I had enough followers, but they enjoyed it. And then his marketing director was like, I actually really enjoyed it, and I thought it was very funny. You know, she's not a writer per se, but but it was it was really enjoyable. So I think and I remember him reading me the email from the marketing director, and he said, and he's written at the end, I think we should take a punt. And then my heart sank, and I was like, oh my God, is this happening? Will I have to write a book? And then he went, so we're going to make you an offer. And I went, oh, fuck. And he went, what? And I went, don't worry, go on. And then it went from there. But I'm so glad I did it. I am so glad I did it. I mean, it hasn't been the biggest money earner for me, let's be honest. But it's, I don't care, because I've got it for the rest of my life now. But I won't be writing another one, just to let you know.
Oh, I was going to ask that. No, not.
No, I've always said, actually, I said to Adam during the process, don't ever, I said, even if I become a multi-millionaire from this book, don't ever let me say yes to another one. Because it was really quite stressful.
Yeah.
It's because you're having to find the time, and with three kids, don't know where the third came from. I was meant to say 2 kids under 5, but then I just threw out 3. 2 kids under 5 at the time, with ridiculous school holidays. It was really difficult. And there were times where they were going away, with Adam for the weekend, and I would sit here not seeing a soul Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not putting on the TV until like half an hour's downtime at 10 p.m. before going to bed. And I would just sit here with the laptop on my lap, bum, 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 and then anytime something funny happened in real life, or I remembered something from my 20s when I lived in London, I would quickly jot it down on my phone, if I was out and about. When I got back to it, all the normal content took a back seat. But yeah, times it was really stressful, and I just kept saying, don't ever let me say. And then when you get it in your hand, you're like, oh my God, my baby. Oh, you know what? And then you go, you know what? Never say never. Oh, I might do another one.
That's your third baby. That's your third kid.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, how long did it take to make the? How long did it take you though to write?
Only 2 years. No,
That's a long time.
I know, right? From when we agreed the deal, which was like March, April 2021, and then it was released April 2023. So from start to finish. But to be honest, my first draft I gave in December 2021. So it took, oh no, so it must have been, it was about March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, so the first draft took about 9-10 months. And then the next, and then I had to do, and then I did about 4 or 5 more drafts after that. And the thing is, I was writing it as a diary, and then after the first draft, literally, like, he was like my mentor until I was getting assigned an editor. And then I had a meeting with an editor for lunch in Borough Market. And when I went in, she was like, so we were chatting about life, and then she went, so I've read, what you've written so far, because it was summer then, so I'd been writing for about 4 months. I went, yeah. And she goes, so there are some really great moments in it. She went, whose idea was it to do it as a diary? And I went, it's Ollie's. She went, yeah, it's something. Yeah, that's something he'd say. And I was like, what is it? not. She went, yeah, no, we're going to scrap that. And I went, oh, fuck.
Oh,
And so yeah, so that was that. So suddenly it was, but I did say to her how much, not how much easier, because I've got nothing to compare it to, but I did say how I felt like it was an easier process for me to do a diary, because some of the days I was being like, fucking boring today. Oh, but one funny thing happened. Monty farted in my face, so that's great. You know, but then those bits were scrapped because it was a diary. So I had to. So I still wrote it as a diary, but then we got rid of everything. And then they wanted, because it was called Gin and Phonics, they wanted to then put the chapters in the phonics order of how you learn the letters at school. So then
right. Okay.
so then after so for example, we had so they always start learning, so they'll start learning like S, the letters beginning with S. So it was S is for school, A is for acting, T is for TikTok, P is for parents. But they're all in different, so I'd written it and tried to make each chapter like A is for acting, B is for, and I put it like A to Z. And they're like, no, we want to do it in the phonics order. And I was like, what? So then we were moving chapters about, and I went, yeah, but that happened nearer Christmas. They went, it doesn't matter, we're putting it in at the start. I was like,
Oh,
ah,
okay.
yeah.
Really mixing it up.
It was a long old process, I've got to say. It was, but yeah. So it was 2 years in total. But the last draft was probably given in, a year and a half after I started. But yeah,
Yeah.
tough one.
Tell me though about your acting, because you're getting back into it now, yeah. And
Yeah.
but you said though
Sorry.
before you dabbled, you went in acting before. You said you got a couple of jobs before.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What
So
what have you done? Tell me what have you done in? Yeah.
not much. So basically, more since I got back to it in my 40s. So basically, so I moved to London when I was 17, and people are always like, "Did you even finish school?" But um, but yeah. So basically, I'm quite young for my year because I was born at the end of August. So I didn't turn 18 until I left upper sixth, like in the school holidays after I left sixth form. So then basically in that summer, I just moved to London. I was like, you know what? I've already gone back to my agent who I had as a child
Mm.
and asked to go on the adult books. I'd had a meeting with him and he said, yeah, we'll take you on. So I was like, sod that, I'm going straight to London becoming an actress. But yeah, so I got my agent basically, he wasn't great, I've got to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so he got me a few things. And again, I write this in the book about how when I originally got with him, he wasn't good at all. And I kept chasing him, going like, what's going on? Any auditions coming? And then he was like, he would like try and say stuff to like big me up, but by basically saying, I'm shit and I haven't got you anything. But basically by saying things like, oh, you know what, Clara? Oh God, there's like all of the stuff coming in is like really like girl next door sort of look, or they're like character, or they're like character actors that they're looking for. The brief is sort of like, because back then, it was like 99 2000, 1999 2000, so there's none of this like inclusivity of like anyone could go for anything. It was like, you know must be a burly girl of 24, around 24, who loves her food, da da da, and they would describe a character like that. I mean, they still do
Yeah.
now, but it's not as
Yeah.
focused on what you're looking like. And so he's like, all the briefs are like, must have an unusual look of disdain, something where he would be like, and you're really beautiful. And I'd be like, uh, right, yeah, okay. Right. There you go. So, it's just tough right now because there's stuff I can't put you forward for because you just don't match the brief. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sure they can, help me out with that and makeup. Can I just at least try? And then one time he got really, really excited. This is in the book as well. He got really excited and he called me up and I was like, hello. And I didn't recognize the number because that's how little he called me. But I didn't recognize the number because I changed my phone and I didn't think to plug my agent's number in there because he never called me. So I picked up. I was like, hello. He's like, hi, maybe I shouldn't say his name. Right. And I went, oh, hi. And he goes, so you've got a part. And I went, what? He's like, yeah, they don't even want you to audition. They want you. They don't even need you to audition. I was like, you're kidding me. What's it for? He's like, so it's a ITV drama. It's a detective series. I went, oh, I love detective series. Yeah, go on. And he was like, and a woman detective is walking. It's the first episode, and the woman detective is walking along the beach. It's like, yeah. She had really eerie music, and she finds a body washed up on the beach. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, and you would be the body. And I went, what? And he was like, are you okay with nudity? And I went, no, not for this. I thought, do I have any lines? And he was like, no, not in this. But it's great that they want you. I was like, no, it's not. So anyway,
Oh,
yeah. So that was that. And weirdly, I almost went for it. I almost just said yes, and I was like, no, Clara, come on. So I was like, why aren't they going to extras agencies for that? Loads of people would do it. It's more money than being an extra, and but I just couldn't bring myself. And I was like, I said, I thought you were going to say I was going to be the detective, and he said something like, "Oh God, no, that's so and so," and I went, "Yeah, great, thanks." So anyway, I don't even remember what your initial question is now. Oh yeah, so that's what I was doing back then, and I do this whole chapter, A is for acting, talking about my early years of doing that, and I always heard like, you got to be, knocking on, knocking on casting directors' doors, writing to the directors of EastEnders and that show. And so I was doing a lot of that, like physically writing book of contacts that you could buy back then. I think you still can. And and then what was funny is I moved home for a bit because my lease came to an end and I was in between jobs, and I said to my mum, look, I'm going to come home for a bit until I get another job and get a deposit for my next flat. Not to buy. I was fucking 20. And I couldn't even get 500 quid together for a deposit for rental. So that's where I was. I was an out of work actress, put it that way. So anyway, I went back home to Tunbridge Wells and I started working in a pub to try and get some money together. And while I was working in this pub, on the big screen, like, where they show matches, it was just a normal Saturday night and they just had it playing. And it said, and we're watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And they said, so theatrical agent, was fastest finger first. So come up to, and I looked up and it was my freaking agent. And I was literally like, I was like, that's my agent. Anyway, he won 32 grand and very quickly retired, which I'm not sure you can retire on 32 grand. Anyway, didn't tell me, so that was good. The respect was still there, which was great, thanks. And then, that happened and he left and didn't tell me. And then I got an email from Spotlight saying, hi, we're going to be your temporary agents because your agent's retired. I'm great. I'm not surprised. So that was that. And then I was doing really well. I actually went back to London, started working in sales. I was doing so well while I was looking for another agent. I was like, shit, I'm really good at this. Like, why am I going to try and go back and like try again for a few years and get disheartened? And so I didn't do it. And then I was in sales, and then went into a estate agency in Chiswick, then Fulham, and then just through lockdown, a film director was following me, and he emailed me and said, no, DM'd.
Yeah.
And said, I was just wondering, hi Clara, I've been following you for a while, and just he is throughout the whole book because he's a good friend of mine now, and I love him, and I can't thank him enough for everything.
Mm.
But he wrote to me. He said, hi Clara, I just wondered if you had an acting agent, an agent for booking, and I was like, no, I don't have an agent for anything. And he said, I just think you're. He said, I'm not about to offer to be yours, by the way. I was like, okay, thanks. And then he goes, I just think you're a really good comedic actress, and I'd love you to audition for a couple of things that I've got coming up. And I was like, oh yeah, brilliant. And he said, I'm also, going to caveat that with, I can't just give you a part. I'm not about to offer you your next big movie role. I went, okay, thanks. What the fuck are you going to offer me? Anyway, went. I said, so what? Well, yeah, yes. I was like, this is like my biggest bloody dream to get back to acting. I was like, yeah, that's been my passion when he said, yeah, I could tell that, that's what you either should be doing or you have done in the past. And he said, I've got a Christmas film coming up. Most of it has been cast already, but there are a couple of parts left, and I think you'd be great in it. So, I'll send your details to the casting director. He said, let's have a meeting. I said, yes, please. Obviously, I thought it was all bullshit at the time, so I just thought I'll be nice until I come off the chat, and then I'll go and Google the shit out of him. and then so I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And he said, okay, how about 5 p.m. your time? And I was like, my time? What are you, in LA? And he went, yes. I went, oh, right. Oh, okay, yeah, of course you are, yeah. All right then, yeah, we'll speak then. Cool. So I came off and looked at his Instagram profile, which he had messaged me on. His name's Chris Cottam. And and I looked at his Instagram, and it said like BAFTA nominated director, and I thought, okay, that's good news.
Good sign.
Not that I'm fussy. I mean, I'm not going to go like, are you offering me a part for the first time in 25 years? Are you BAFTA nominated? So yeah, I wasn't going to go down that route, but I did say, I did look at it and go, okay, that's great. So it's not, some creepy twat just going like, come and audition, and I've got a casting couch here as well. Do you know what I mean? So that was that. And then so that day we had a meeting on Zoom. We got on like a house on fire. So it was like an hour that we spoke. Adam went and collected the kids. He was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, I know. Anyway, I had a meeting for about an hour with him. He's English, but lives in LA. And he does a lot of comedy, and he was so funny. And then I just thought, and we would just crack each other up on the Zoom call. And I just thought, this is great. He's funny, and he's directing a comedy. And I was like, this is great. So there was nothing I wanted to do more than this film. And then but I didn't have an agent. So I was like dealing directly with him. And he was like, I've sent your stuff to the casting. I've sent your details to the casting director. She's going to get in touch soon. And then I get this email saying, hi, we're the casting directors for Christmas #1. And, can you please self-tape for the role of Sophie, and sent it over to me. And then at the bottom it said, thanks very much, Debbie McWilliams and Jemima McWilliams. And I was like, okay. So obviously I went and freaking Googled their names and found out she'd cast the last 13 Bond films. And I was like,
oh my God, wow.
I was literally like, oh my God, why did I do that? So then that was that. And then I was shitting myself, basically. And then I couldn't get anyone to read the other part with me because I had, like, it was summer and my kids were here and I needed to get it in by Monday and it was Saturday and kids were off school and nursery and Adam was trying to keep them outside and then I was trying to phone up mates to come over to read the other parts. There was like 3 scenes to film and I was like, literally, like, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. And then basically eventually I did it. And then and then you know I just had to send it off to them. And then I was like texting Chris, like, "Hi, Chris, I've sent it. Like, I don't know what. Okay, bye. Thanks so much. Let me know." Anyway, the part I was reading for it said, "Sophie, intern, early 20s." I was like, "Are they mad?" I was like, "What? What? Why am I reading this?" And he was like, "Yeah. Look, just ignore that part. It's." I was like, "You do realise, like, I mean, you know, I've been told that I look quite young, but I mean, early 20s is pushing it." And he was like, "Yeah, just ignore that part. It's just there aren't many parts left, but that one is like one of the main parts that we still haven't cast." My thought process is, if we can make it, you know, person in her late 30s, early 40s, then it might be quite funny that, like, a mum, the kids have left home, she's now going back to her passion, which is music, and she's decided to be an intern at a music record label because she's wanting to get an in, a bit like I was doing with acting, really.
Yeah.
And I was like, actually, yeah, that could be quite funny. Anyway, he took that to the writers and the producer. They went, no. And he went, okay, no, that's not happening, Clara. So just audition and then we'll see what happens. I was like, okay. So yeah, and then about a week later he came back to me. He said, Clara, we just watched your audition. And I was like, by this time I really respected him, like, in humour, comedy, his thoughts on stuff. You know, we'd had quite a few discussions.
Mm.
And he said, we absolutely loved the audition. I went,
Oh, phew.
yeah. And then he went, he said, anyway, he said, look, I'll let them get in touch with you. But what I'm thinking is, you know, we're filming in like 3 weeks. So probably you're either going to have a tiny part or they'll be like, oh, we'll keep her in mind for the next thing, you know. So I was like, okay, that's all right.
Mm.
He said, because you can't have Sophie. And I was like, no shit. It's like she's 21 or something. So anyway, and then basically I got an offer through and they'd changed one of the really good characters from Gary to Michaela and given me that part. I was like,
Oh my God, that's so cool. What was you in? Where was it filming to? In LA.
sorry, my love.
Where was the filming that?
Oh, no, where was it
Yeah,
filmed?
yeah.
So no, it wasn't. It was filmed in New York and London, but I was only in the London bit because we filmed at a studios. So I was the record producer basically in it, and it's about these 2 bands fighting it out for a Christmas #1. So what's weird is I was in the movie A Christmas #1, and then I actually had a Christmas #1 last year.
Yeah,
So,
you did. Oh, that is.
but yeah, it was funny. But yeah, so it was. So I was just filming in London for 6 days, and then they apologized for like how little they were paying for the part, and I was like, literally looked at it and went, yes.
Face.
But obviously they're like, sorry, you know, all of the actors who are on the sort of smaller part level are all being paid the same, and I was like, getting that a day for like doing my bloody passion, I'm fine with it. It was brilliant. Yeah, so that was that. And I'm still really good friends with Chris now. And the producers of that, actually. I met up with the 3 producers just 2 weeks ago. They're always keeping me in mind for stuff. And Chris, I've now worked on, because he originally was in TV adverts. So he does a lot of comedy TV adverts. So he did all of these Sophology ones with Owen Wilson and Helena Bonham Carter,
Right.
and he so I've done 2 TV adverts with him as well, which has been great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. And do you know what? I love it because it's like it's not aged on it. Do you know what I mean? Because I know
Yeah.
sometimes, oh, you get to a certain age, they go, oh, I've never done it, but then you never know, what will come around. So
No, I know, and actually, it's been way more brilliant and productive now since go back to it, which is so odd.
yeah,
But actually, I look back at some of the stuff in my 20s, I'm like, I'm so much better now, like than
I know you.
then. And
Yeah,
I'd just come out of like training and I was doing plays all the time. And I look back at some of the stuff, I'm like, oh God, no, that could have been delivered better. That was it. But actually TikTok's really helped that, like social media, because I literally act almost every day now, just doing little things.
yeah,
Like even when I'm lip syncing, I'm having to act. Even when I'm doing a Trump lip sync, I'm, playing another character. So that's actually really helped, and now I'm a lot more sort of confident and relaxed about delivering lines. So I'm really pleased that firstly Chris got in touch, because I don't think I'd be. I mean, I've got this audition tomorrow morning that's like such a freaking great part in a film. I really want it.
oh,
Um,
I'm the
but
same. Well,
that's you getting an agent from that film.
yeah,
So
I'm the same. I have audition tapes. Sometimes I'm like, come on, and then, but I do. I don't know if you're like this because sometimes, obviously, if I remember I did this audition for an ITVX comedy sketch show, and then I didn't get it. But then I
so
watched it.
do you act?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
What? I
yeah.
thought weirdly, I thought you're a model and a presenter. What?
Oh, it's definitely not modeling. No.
You're like, no, I do all of the above. Oh right. Sorry, I did not know this.
Oh yeah. I'd have to send you some of my. I have to WhatsApp you some of my
Oh,
bits. But yeah, but I've done.
please do, please.
I've
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, no, but like I don't know if you did like you do the same because I knew what the show was called and all that kind of stuff. So when it come out, I watched the person
Oh
who
yeah.
got my role just to say like, oh okay, but out of interest, just to see why did not.
And are they always completely different to you, or like similar, or?
This one was completely different to me, completely different. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you do the same.
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Well, mainly. I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've seen any of the films or like drama series where the person has got it, where I've gone for it. But I always see the adverts. So
Oh,
every time I go for an advert, literally, it's like they turn them around so quickly, because about a month later I see it on TV, and then and they are always completely different to me. But then I can see why they got it. Like I'm always like,
yeah.
oh right, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, it's like because also adverts, there's not a huge amount of acting going on, so
Mm.
they're very short snippets. Sometimes they're smaller parts, sometimes they're bigger parts. But so there was this Waitrose one with Graham Norton. It was a Christmas advert, and I remember doing the audition, which basically had no lines, but she was the main person in it, and it
Oh,
was like she she had to be like hosting a Christmas party at her house, and we had to dance to this music. Like they said, either dance to this song, or this song. So I put the song on in the background, and I, was wearing a sparkly dress with a sort of blazer over the top with some earrings, and was dancing. And then it said stuff like the directions were like, your doorbell rings and you go to answer it, and you turn around to your husband, give him a look, Like, come on, they're here, that sort of thing. And then you go towards the door and then you're like, give them a hug. It took bloody ages because there were so many directions. And when I watched it, it was like, snap, 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 snap. I was like, oh, okay. And it happened so quickly. And there was but again, I looked at it, I was like, God, she is completely different to me.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I was probably being a bit more like hamming it up and cheesy as well. And she was more dignified.
Waitrose, probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
Waitrose.
Yeah, I mean, everyone thinks I shop at Waitrose, so they really should have gone for me, but I don't.
I'll have to send you over on WhatsApp. I'll send you over some bits I've done. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Oh,
I love it.
please, I'd love to. I can't. Why did I think? I thought you used to model and now you're a presenter.
do love, I do love to present on this show. Yeah, and do skincare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well,
So what with regards to skin, give a quick lowdown.
Yeah, because my last question of the day. So skincare, my love, because obviously I always love to ask my guests, like, do they have a skincare routine? Because I know you're like your makeup side of things.
Yeah,
Because
that's what this is. It's not skincare.
No, but I think did I have a video or did I watch a video that you say you don't have one?
Yeah, yeah. No, you know what? I've started, Adam, Mister. Hang on, I'm gonna have to quickly do something. One sec.
Yeah.
Mister.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is enjoying this. Just waiting for her. She just popped out for a moment. Hello. I think she's coming back. Yep, there she is. Have you just gone to get your skincare products or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, because I don't really have one, but there is just one thing so basically, right. Oh yeah, hang on, and this. So basically, what it is I've never had a skincare routine, but people always ask me like, "Oh, so what do you use? And why is your skin look good?" And I'm like, because I use a really good glowing setting spray
Glow skin
on my makeup. I use a really good. I use Ekin-Su blush, which is like a sheer shimmery thing. But no, on a serious note, like my mum's got great skin. Like she's always looked young. So I think hopefully I've got some of her genetics. Well, hopefully.
No, you look great, honestly. And then when I saw that, I'm going to get you on the show and just really go deeper into this because I saw that video.
Oh, thanks. No, but what I have been using for years, and I never go with anything expensive, I take my makeup off and I do try and use a cleanser and all that crap, but eventually I just end up using water wipes. So anyway, I use water wipes, which then I went to this Boots number 7 skincare launch and they bloody gave me hell for using water wipes. But anyway, so I use water wipes to take them off. Then this is probably really bad for you, for your face. I don't know, but
what is it?
I use Cetraben.
No, it's a moisturizer though.
Yeah, it's a moisturizer, but it's like a really deep moisturizer that people use for things like
and all that stuff, I think.
For eczema and stuff. But I went to my mother-in-law's, so we stayed up with my mother-in-law, and I forgot my moisturizer. I said, "Oh, do you have any moisturizer?" She goes, "Yeah, it's just up there. It's called Cetraben." So I used it for this one night. I woke up in the morning. I was literally like, "Oh my God, my skin feels amazing," and I naturally have quite dry skin, which I haven't had for years, thanks to this.
Yeah,
this is not an ad.
No, it's not.
And then
No.
And then, so now I use that, right? And then my doctor friend, who's got amazing skin, told me about this. Nip and Fab Renew Retinol Fix Serum.
Yeah. For the
Yeah?
night only. Yes, only in the night. Retinol.
Yes. So yeah, exactly. So only at night time,
Yeah.
3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I put that on 3 times a week. And then the only other thing I do is once or twice a week, I put really random, but I put Aquaphor. Have you heard of that?
Aquaf-
Yeah.
no. Where'd you get
Okay.
that from?
So Aquaphor is actually like a really thick gel, which almost feels like Vaseline, right? But it's not Vaseline, which is originally like it was the best thing for like nappy rash on my kids, right? And when my friend from Australia, who has really good skin, came over and she saw I was using this on my kids, she was like, "Mate, you should use that on your skin." Right. And I was like, why? And she said, this is exactly the same consistency of this stuff I put on once a week, and I put a thick layer on and let it soak in, and then I just go to bed, and that once a week just gives a rehydration. I was like, really? So I've done that ever since, which was about 2 years ago. She told me that, and so now I do that.
What it's
And I put
are you using it like a face mask per se?
yeah, which I don't take off.
You just sleep in it.
Just sleep in it, and you should feel your skin in the morning. It's
It's
amazing.
like a jelly, like
Yeah,
Vaseline jelly.
but even thicker. I would say yeah, it's a big pot like that. Cressy's got it actually because of these
Oh, the chicken pox.
chicken pox. So my husband's just taken it up to her, but it's like a pot like that. Aquaphor. Look it up. I get it off Amazon.
I've
And
never heard of. Well, I know the other two products you have because
yeah,
I love Sacha Baron.
Aquaphor is more like you use it for skin abrasions, skin. Uh, you'd use it on eczema as well. So basically, I like to be really extreme and just use on my very sort of normal, slightly dry skin. I use really extreme products that are meant for eczema, nappy rash.
What?
But
What? The number 7 event? Did they give you a cleanser there? Because they told you. Because
yeah, and number seven's great. I love number seven, and actually, I've got a lot of their stuff which I just don't really I just don't do the time and effort of doing it because I work, I edit, and I do stuff quite late into the night. And then I'm like, right, I'll just watch Netflix for like an hour. And then I go to bed and go, oh shit, I haven't taken my makeup, water wipe, this
what?
bloody gel, and then into bed. But number seven, I do really love, and they've got a something and renew range. But they always invite me to their launches. And they're always great products, and they always win awards as
Yeah,
well. What do
yeah.
you,
They're not, well,
what do you use?
there on the next one, hon. You never know. I might see you there. I was at the Boots Christmas thing, but I don't know if you were there. I don't know because it was like an
Yes,
old. Yeah. I was there.
where?
It was the Boots Christmas event they did for one day, but it was like all day, so people come and go.
Oh
Can they please?
no, I wasn't at that. Were you at the Natural History Museum one? No, not the Natural History Museum.
No.
Yeah,
Stupid.
what's the Natural History Museum actually? Yeah.
No, I've been there for a couple of things, but not that
Oh,
one.
okay.
I
Well,
do.
next time, because they always invite me to those, I'll WhatsApp you first and then say you're going.
Oh, we're going there. Yeah, we have some gym before
Mm.
the wedding. But I have a
Mm.
and stuff. Which it's not that bad. At least you kind of a moisturizer and the retinol is really, really good.
Yeah,
But
is
maybe
it? Well, I don't even know what retinol does.
so when it comes to because I'm 36, so like now is a
You
good time.
look good.
No, you
Even
look
though, even though I haven't been able to see your bloody face this whole time. We've been going about an hour and a half, and I still haven't seen you once.
Oh no, it's like it's the podcast, you see this after.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I will.
yeah. So I mix it up, but I only share things on my Instagram and do videos on what I've been using for weeks or months or maybe years. So I always share what I love, and then people ask me the 21 loads of questions, which I love. It's good.
Oh,
So I love it.
right. So, but you have a few different things that you use.
Yes, God, yeah. Like right now, I'm finding because it's freezing wet and everything. I'm just like getting really more like dry skin, so I get more on the hydrated side. In the summer, I'm not that bad, so I just go a little bit more lighter on the moisturizer because it's just so.
Oh, is that right? So in the summer, dry skin doesn't happen so
Not
much.
for everyone, but like my skin kind of adapts with the weather. So when it's more like moisture in the air and it's not so like dry.
Oh, okay.
I know it's been raining, but like tonight now it's like I'm freezing. So it's like now it's time to dry. And with indoor heating and all that, it affects our skin.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, it dries out your skin, literally. I can, and in the summer we don't do that. We're more outdoorsy, so I have more
Yeah,
of a lighter.
yeah, and you end up putting things like SPF on and stuff. So
Yeah,
that's a moisturizing
that's it.
thing as well.
But I give you that to be fair, I have tried their products, but I didn't try the one you did. But it was the green for cancer
Aborian.
or borean. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I tried some other products of theirs. They're really good. They're really
really
good.
good. Aborian red corrector. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, there is. It
Yeah,
is. And what
it's
so
great.
though, like what kind of is like your because I know makeup's more your
Yeah.
thing. What's your kind of like go-to makeup thing, makeup product, which you
It's oh gosh, you know what? I've got such a massive bloody makeup box now because I test so much on TikTok. But I've got to say, Be Perfect at the moment. Uh, um, I mean,
you love?
yeah, I was going to say like this bronzer, Be Perfect bronzer. That's what I've got on my
I
forehead and my
glowing.
yeah
I love them.
on my cheeks and my forehead. Then Be Perfect Ekin-Su blush, which is the glow on the cheeks. Be Perfect mirror. Um, and then oh yeah, they've got a new lip liner and lipstick out, which I don't think is being released for another
Man.
couple of
Oh,
weeks.
but
Um,
did you
and also I look, I'm running out of that. Look at that. The Be Perfect Chroma Cover Luminous foundation. Oh, and Bella Mianta. It's another one. This is what I've been using on my. This is what I use on my eyes the whole time. God, I haven't. Yeah, I should have probably done that before coming on here today. Haven't done it since this morning.
but
But yeah, that's their whole face and eye palette. Love a bit of Bella Mianta and MAC powder. Oh
okay. Do
yeah,
you
MAC MAC Mineralize. Again, that gives a glow, particularly with if you just dust this over your foundation, it just
oh,
smooths everything out, and then you use the Wee Cherie glowing setting spray. That's all the glow is. It's just basically makeup powder and glow setting spray.
the glow
Oh,
you
and one other thing beneath everything, can't find it, but
you
the
prime.
uh, the primer from Be Perfect. It's a glow primer, and it has glow in it.
I was gonna show you. Oh, you can't see, but I'm gonna show people now because you can see it
Oh
after.
yeah,
But the
yeah.
one skin,
The what?
Wonder Skin. Do you know the blue thing they put on your lips?
Yes.
I've
Have you
shown it
got it?
watching it, but yeah. Oh no, yeah, I got given it when I was in an event, and I got the shade Romance, and it's really good, even for me.
Now tell me, is romance like a red?
No, more like pinky.
Oh, it is. Was mine romance?
Yours is no.
The first
Well, it goes
kiss.
on the same color. It goes on blue.
Yeah, but I think mine was first kiss, wasn't it?
I don't know. I will send you a photo of this.
Are you doing it now?
No, I'm not doing it on a live. No,
Why
no.
not?
Why not? Just because. Yeah. My lips are. They don't need them right now.
You know, my lips are perfect right now. So just
Yeah, yours is purple. Mine's blue. I will send you a photo on WhatsApp on mine's blue. Mine's not that color.
oh really?
Yeah, but yours peel though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Mine
mine is the peel one, not the
just apply.
I can't see not the skin, not the tint, but it does do the same. It tints.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a lip stain mask, but it's not a peeler though. No. But it was really good. Like I met them at this event and they were like, "Oh yeah, take this, take that," and I was like, "Okay." And I was like, she goes, "Just don't leave it on for too long." I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Just read the box, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, what
I
do
did.
you mean? What before you take it
Yeah,
off?
you shouldn't leave it on for too long. Yeah, no.
Um, but the trouble is, it says for the peeling one,
Do 3 times, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, no, but like she said, just don't leave it on for too long. But I think the color you're doing now, that's just great.
I love it.
Just
But
that.
the trouble is, now I've gone over there, so now I'm going to go over here, and oh no, and end up with really, oh God, don't do this after a couple of drinks.
I okay, just a live demonstration. But you like this project, yeah?
You're like, this is a lot. You're like, oh fuck's sake, I didn't expect her to be doing this.
No, but you like the product. I think
Oh, I love it. But
it's a
you know
really
what?
good.
I I can't wear a bright lip like day to day. I feel like it's like you're trying to be, I don't know, too glamorous for like a day
Do you know?
to day look. I don't know. I have a problem with it. Not on other people, just on me.
No, but do you know when you did the video on this?
Yeah.
Was that your first buying reaction?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. My first. I always do. Yeah, testing makeup. I always do the first reaction, and then fucking hell.
Oh
I
my God.
can't remember what it said. This could go very wrong.
Okay, why did you spray? Oh, it was your glow spray. Okay,
No, it
okay.
wasn't. This is what it came with.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Look, Wonder Skin. Uh, this is the activator. All
Oh,
seems very complicated but it stays on all day.
well,
I
maybe
can't remember. I can't remember how long it says to leave it.
I think it was 3 minutes. I think I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe you should have just watched
oh
the.
shit, Scott! I got it RIP again. Maybe I should what? Too late for whatever you were about to say.
No, but maybe you should have just got the stick, the tint stick, not the peel.
Yeah, no shit. I know that now. You're like, mine doesn't. Yours is. You're like, yours is more expensive and it's more hassle. Why didn't you just get the skin tint?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna do mine tomorrow, so I'm gonna send you WhatsApp of these videos, okay? Photos of mine tomorrow.
Oh, dude. Right, ready?
I know, but it is a really nice color on you. I love it. I like it. I
Uh,
love it.
uh, it it peeled a lot better in my first video, didn't it? I'm just gonna do this. Look.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. You got to. Yeah. Lush. You got to.
You're like, can you get a move on? Because this is getting really boring.
No, this is
All right.
this is a great
This
closer.
is a great
Our
closer
chat.
to the live just before you go to bed. You got
Lovely lips. How long did they last you though? How long did they last? Like all day? I don't even.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine. I do a video. Someone asked me that, and then what I do, right, is then I just put some Made by Mitchell oil, lip oil.
Hmm. You love these products. Yeah.
I love Made by Mitchell.
Because I have a Charlotte Tilbury one, so I'm gonna copy you tomorrow. Oil.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah, lip oil.
Mm. My lips look boring now.
Well, as I've said, I can't see you, so
I know.
um,
I know.
right.
This year.
Look nice, huh?
Yeah, and it goes well with the blue jumper. So
Yeah.
blue and pink.
Which it didn't go well with on my video because I had a red jumper on. I didn't think about that. It didn't look. It was the wrong pink with the red.
Yeah, no, it's cute. I like
But
it. I like it. I know.
yeah, it did last a long time. I did a video. You could see that it had faded, but it was still a good color, and it was like 9 hours later.
God, that is
How
cute.
about you? What did you think?
Do you know what? I'm going to do a test. I'm going to do it tomorrow because I'm off. Yeah, because I'm back in London tomorrow. So I'm going to go before I leave, do it, and then I'm going to send you a photo of what it shows like
Yeah,
the color.
yeah. Go
And
on. Where
I
do you
like
live? Where roughly do you live?
not often at all. When I have events more than anything else.
Sorry?
When I go out to events, just to give a little bit of a
No,
color.
no. I said,
Oh,
I said, where do you live
oh,
roughly? And then and then I thought you said where I have a bed mainly, but you went when I go to events
yeah.
mainly, and I was like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have asked him that question. It sounds quite personal. And
No, no,
you're
no.
like, just wherever I can lay my hat.
Yeah, couches. No, I'm based between like Cardiff and London. I'm back. I'm there half and half each week.
Yeah, so your
It,
accent is Welsh, isn't it?
it
Yeah,
is. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because we had this conversation on chat. I'm half Welsh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you told because I
Yeah.
voiced it. It's like I could hear the Welsh there. I was like, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
my dad was Welsh. I'm born in Swansea.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
fine.
I'm literally Cardiff Central, like Central.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, wicked.
Li-
So you live there now, still? Oh no, half between London.
yeah.
Do you have a base in London?
With my partner, my best friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
fine.
literally come there like all last week. I'm back Monday, going back up. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm up quite a lot, so we're just gonna meet up properly.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, and I'm
Wicked.
there. Yeah,
Well,
I have to
you've
say
got me on WhatsApp now, so we'll do it.
absolutely because I was there last week a lot, and I had a lot of downtime. It's like
Oh yeah,
I
nice.
wish I had you then. I
Yes.
was like, what can I do? Like, it's like I need just to go out, but then I found things to do. There, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, you're fine in London, aren't you? Bloody hell. Even if
oh
it's just
yeah,
like, okay, I'll go and eat and drink. Great, I'll do it on
yeah,
my own. It's bloody brilliant.
yeah, yeah. But I didn't want to.
No,
I'm
no,
watching.
you're like, no, I need other people. Hello?
Hello, I was like, who's there? But darling,
Yeah.
I love you and leave you, and thank you so much for this.
No,
And
it's all. It's been a great chat. I've
and,
loved it.
and I'm gonna see you soon for sure. I'm gonna WhatsApp you
Yeah.
my Wonder Skin tomorrow.
Yes. I can't wait to say it.
Boy, but thank you so much,
Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to see you. Lots of love.
and see you soon. Bye, babe. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.